He organized the first voyage to circumnavigate the globe, but he never made it home. Ferdinand Magellan died with two-thirds of the journey still ahead of him, killed on a beach in the Philippines in a battle he didn't have to fight. Of the 270 men who left with him, only 18 returned.
Born into Portuguese nobility around 1480, Magellan spent his youth studying map-making and celestial navigation at the royal court in Lisbon. By 25, he was a battle-hardened soldier, fighting from Africa to India to the South China Sea. A wound in Morocco left him with a permanent limp, and a decade in the East Indies gave him secret knowledge of the spice trade that almost no other European navigator possessed.
His idea was bold but simple. Instead of sailing east around Africa to reach the Spice Islands, a route Portugal owned and controlled, why not sail west, around South America, and reach them from the other direction? The Portuguese king laughed at him, twice. So Magellan did the unthinkable. He switched sides. He moved to Spain and pitched the venture to an 18-year-old King Charles I. The king said yes.
September 20th, 1519. 5 ships, 270 men. Almost immediately, 3 of his 5 captains staged a full mutiny, furious at being commanded by a Portuguese man on a Spanish expedition. Magellan crushed it, executing 1 captain and marooning another on a desolate shore. Then came the Strait of Magellan, 38 days of storm-battered hell at the bottom of the world. When they finally hit open water, Magellan wept. He named it the Pacific, the peaceful sea. He was wrong. It took 98 days to cross. Men died of scurvy. They ate leather stripped from the rigging and sawdust to survive.
In March 1521, they reached the Philippines. Almost immediately, Magellan made a fatal mistake. He had converted a local ruler to Christianity and, to prove his loyalty, volunteered to lead just 60 men against 1,500 warriors on a nearby island led by a chief named Lapu-Lapu. His officers begged him not to go. He didn't listen. The boats couldn't get close enough to shore. His men waded in through shallow water, in heavy armor, exhausted, outnumbered 25 to 1. Magellan was struck by a spear and cut down on the beach. He was 40 years old. His body was never recovered. Lapu-Lapu refused to return it for any price, keeping it as a war trophy. Today, Lapu-Lapu is considered a national hero in the Philippines.
1 ship, the Victoria, limped back to Spain on September 6th, 1522. 18 survivors. A hold full of cloves and spices worth a fortune. Those spices paid for the entire expedition, every ship, every man, every mile. But the human cost was absolute. Magellan was condemned as a traitor by Portugal and dismissed as a reckless failure by the very Spanish survivors who made it home. History took centuries to give him his due, and he never knew his wife and young son had both died in Seville while he was still at sea.
Ferdinand Magellan, the man who proved the world was round by sailing off the edge of it and never coming back. Don't be like Magellan. Subscribe so you don't get lost. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. A new historical figure every single day. Who's next? History is full of them. Drop a name in the comments.